Hello and welcome back to Let's Play the Blackwell Epiphany. Last episode we had made some progress on both the Heather case and the Peter case, which resulted in us getting kicked out of a bar, and also talking to someone who really didn't want to answer. This episode, we're going to be, I guess, heading here, and we just need to stop somewhere so I can search something. So we're going to search. How was her name spelled? Ah, I left the E off. Kidding me?
Tanya was the host of the Good Morning Show. I remember hearing that they got a new host, but I didn't know this was the reason. Channel 11. I think their head office is in Penn Plaza. Can't hurt to ask around.
Okay. Right, and that's what we need for the Tanya case. And I didn't mean to go back there.
Excuse me. Hi, I'm Rosangela Blackwell. Do you work here?
Certainly do. Jim Peebles, senior producer. How can I help you?
Okay, so let's ask him what he does here.
So what do you do here?
I'm the head producer for the Good Morning Show with Kathy Carden.
Isn't that Tanya Corsi's old show?
Yes, it is.
It's pretty empty here tonight.
It's pretty empty here tonight.
Well, look outside. The weather's horrible and almost everybody commutes to work. Nobody can get in, so we're running on a skeleton crew.
Okay, ask if he worked here when Tanya was living.
Did you work here when Tanya was alive?
Yes. Why do you ask?
I'm looking into her death.
Wasn't it an accident?
That's why I'm looking into it, just to be sure.
Huh. Well, all right.
I'm not asking about all...
Hold on.
Well, thanks for...
Sure thing.
We're going to check something, because that note in Tanya's apartment said, I know about Heather, and it had the letter J on it.
A James Peebles is listed as being a client of Ray's, and the girl he saw was Heather Goffstein.
Well, this just got juicy.
Hi, Mr. Peebles?
Hello. Rosangela, was it? What can I do for you?
Can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Well, what you see is what you get. I started working at a copywriter's desk about 30 years ago. Worked my way up to producer. Been here ever since.
Right.
Jim, gosh, this is awkward.
What is it?
I know that you were involved with a woman named Heather Goffstein.
And?
And Heather is dead. I was wondering if you had anything to say about that.
Just what are you implying?
Nothing. Yet.
Well, I don't see what business my personal life is of yours. So unless you've got something more substantial than a younger man's bad choices, then please leave it alone.
Okay, so he doesn't want us poking into this.
Jim, I know everything.
Sorry?
I know who Heather is and what she did for a living. I also know that you procured her services. There was a note in Tanya's apartment that said, "I know about Heather." It was signed J.
That could have been anybody.
Do you really expect me to believe that now?
No, I don't.
Tell me about your involvement with Heather.
God, it was over 25 years ago. Working the late shift, sleeping during the day. Who has time for a social life? So, yes, I found other ways to meet my needs. Heather was one of them. I'm not proud of it, but I make no excuses for it either.
You said it was 25 years ago, so you stopped seeing her.
She quit the business. I didn't know what happened to her until she walked in that door. The new face of Good Morning. Tanya Corsi.
Tanya?
Yeah, the name was different. The hair was different. The whole attitude was different. But I knew.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight.
So, Heather and Tanya are the same person. They are the same person. They are one and the same. I love how all the dialogue choices here are exactly the same thing. The last one's a little bit more incredulous than the first two, but still.
Heather and Tanya are the same person?
You didn't know? Isn't that what all this is about? She reinvented herself, changed her looks, got a gig as a weather girl, worked her way up to this newsroom, worked here for years, and never knew who I was until I told her.
Until you blackmailed her, you mean?
Look, 30 years I've been here, and I haven't moved from this damn desk. I saw an opportunity, and I took it. So, I wrote her that note. I threatened to expose her past. I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect her to go home and for that to happen. They said she fell in the shower because she was drunk, but she was only drunk because of me. So what now?
It's up to you.
It's completely up to you. I'm not going to do anything.
You're not.
I got what I came here for.
I mean, legally we can't. The cops would not take that as
Very profound, Red. Very
evidence.
profound. Ever think of getting into fortune cookies?
I'm only thinking of getting my coffee refilled.
That's my girl, always planning ahead.
Okay. So now that we know, we can go.
So what exactly happened? Tanya, Heather, whoever, she split? She killed off her past so thoroughly that it became its own ghost?
I suppose so.
I didn't know ghosts could do that.
What? You read the rule book? Because I sure haven't. If we got a split spook on our hands, we gotta put them back together.
Right. So, we're going to need to make Tanya aware, or Heather aware. I'm not even sure which name I should be using. Because they are the same
there.
person.
Hello again, mister. What brings you by?
I'm gonna assume Tanya's the name we should use because it's the most recent one.
Listen, Tanya, I know who you are.
We've already covered this, haven't we?
No, I mean who you really are. You're Heather Goffstein, or at least you were.
I told you, I don't know any Heather.
Tanya,
I don't know any Heather because Heather is gone. Heather is dead. She doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
She can't.
I'm sorry, Tanya, but she does.
What do you want? Money? A promotion? Like Jim?
No, I just want you to come with me. There's someone you need to meet.
I don't have a choice, do I? Fine, lead on. But remember this, Peter didn't just teach me how to do Pilates. Take me anywhere funny, and you'll be looking at a broken nose.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Okay.
Why are we going out there?
Just trust me.
Trust you. That's rich. You. I saw you on the roof earlier. Are you in league with this man?
Kind of?
2 blackmailers instead of 1. This is just great.
Not exactly what you think's going on, but okay.
Where the hell are you taking me?
Just follow us, okay?
Can I at least call my car service?
I don't think that's possible.
What do you mean?
She means that they'd never come in this weather. It's better to walk. Come on.
Where are we going?
It's just up this way.
Wait. I know this building.
Yep.
I used to live here. Back when I was... Why did you bring me here? Whatever you brought me here for, get on with it.
Took a while to
Tanya,
fix,
there's someone you need to meet.
There's nobody here I
have
want to see, I assure you.
resolve
Even
this.
still, I just need you to follow me. Then we can forget about this whole thing.
Fine.
I knew what I was trying to
Hey,
do.
Heather?
I just
Hey, who's your friend?
had to re-jog my memory.
What is
because
this?
It's been a while.
Who are you? Answer me.
Heather Goffstein? Who are you?
No. No. This is insane. I'm going insane.
Sorry?
You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't exist.
What's your problem?
My problem? My problem is that I hate you.
Hate me? You don't even know me.
I destroyed you. I got rid of your name. I got rid of your hair. I would have gotten rid of your face if I could have afforded it.
You can't get rid of me that easily.
No kidding. For 20 years, I was free of you. And now you come breezing back.
Breezing back? From where?
First Jim wanted a promotion, and now this idiot here wants... I don't know what!
Maybe I should just leave.
Maybe I should just leave you two to talk?
You stay right there!
Huh?
You be quiet!
Hey!
Oh,
Stop
great,
that.
they're
Look
mimicking
at each other. You're the same person, give or take 20 years.
I don't understand.
I don't think I want to.
Tanya, what happened when you got Jim's note?
What note?
It's too late to deny it.
Nothing happened. I just wanted to forget.
Forget what?
Forget you! Forget this whole life I left behind!
Why? Why are you so ashamed of me? All this life, it's a part of who you were, who you become.
Will I ever be free of you?
Do you really want to be? I'm not a bad person. I'm just kinda lost. I know I'll find my way eventually. Isn't that the important thing? Well, isn't it?
Look at you. I really was beautiful once.
You're really beautiful now.
Damn straight.
Oh,
Wow.
You okay?
Okay. I haven't felt this good in years. It's like an espresso and a colonic all at once. Speaking of which, you can take your blackmail threat and shove it. And I'm gonna tell Jim the same thing. Maybe it'll end my career, or maybe it'll give me a book deal. Either way, I'm tired of hiding.
Tanya, listen.
No, I'm not Tanya anymore. Tanya died.
She what?
We...
oh, she's struggling for the,
took 3 Valium with
Oh,
a
no.
vodka chaser. That's all I remember. You're not really a blackmailer, are you?
No, I'm not.
I'm dead?
I'm sorry.
If I'm dead, why do I feel sick to my stomach?
Listen, there's no time to explain. Just grab a hold of this.
What?
Just do it.
right.
That was interesting.
Did it work?
Only one way to find out.
We have sent her back to the church. Or the school.
Hey, look who's here. Heather's safe and sound.
Safe. You were always an optimist, Michael.
Sorry, I know this is not exactly the reunion we expected after all this time, but you have no idea. I thought you were... well, I explained that already.
So, Madeline, you got your spook. What have you learned?
It is interesting. This spirit is experiencing what would be considered nausea in a living person.
This spirit? I do have a name.
Apologies. She is being pulled. There is the signature of another spirit at work.
A signature?
Yes, I can see it. It is faint, but I can see it. Only the power of this circle is stopping it from gaining a foothold. Unfortunately, it is too faint for me to see anything useful. And we dare not lower the circle. I need to examine another soul. One that is marked like this one.
And by another soul, you mean Peter, don't you?
Peter? Peter Fielding?
Right.
Yes, his soul is still out there.
I see.
So we're gonna need to go do what we can to help Peter. Why did I come here? We need to go back to the apartment and send Joey inside. Okay. So, we have some information, but we don't know who this person is. We've got an email from Peebles. Case number, car file.
Bingo. The case number is listed in this file. It belongs to a Maggie Fielding. It appears she was picked up in the raid on the Carth house. She was brought in for an emergency detox and forced to go into rehab. It lists one known family member, a brother, Peter Fielding.
Okay, so she is Peter's sister. Which explains why she didn't want to talk about him.
Ugh, coming. You again? What is it this time?
You're Peter's sister, Maggie, right?
Sure, fine, you got me.
Why couldn't you just tell me that before?
Because I'm trying to get healthy, working through the program, admitting I have a problem, just like my sponsor says. All that is the first step. I'm still working on the rest. Talking about Peter, that's step 5. I'm not ready. It's nothing personal. I just need to avoid thinking about him for a while.
And you're doing that by living in his apartment.
It's just temporary. I have nowhere else to go. And besides, what difference does it make? He's gone. He had a stupid accident, and now he's gone.
That's just it, Maggie. It might not have been an accident.
No. Whatever you're thinking, no. I need this to be over, you understand?
Then we need to talk. You can call your sponsor if you want to.
Screw my sponsor. Let's do this.
Okay.
So, talk.
Could you excuse me for just a sec? My shoe is untied.
Sure, I guess.
Thanks.
Smooth.
What do you know about Peter's death?
Just what I was told. That he was fixing a light bulb and fell off the ladder. I remember thinking it was a pretty stupid way to go, especially for him.
How do you mean?
Did you know the guy? He was obsessed with health. To die just falling off a ladder? I always thought he'd outlive the world.
Why is Peter such a sore subject with you?
That's between me and him, or his ghost, or whatever.
It might help to talk about it.
I'm still working through the program. Talking about it is step number 5. I'm not ready for it yet.
Could you tell me about your father? He opened the gym, right?
Sure.
Could you tell me anything else about him?
If you want to know about him, you'll have to ask him yourself. Here's his address. He's always home.
Can't you tell me anything?
I told you.
Right, she can't tell us anything about her dad.
So what are you watching?
I don't know, some animated thing. Not normally into cartoons, but the ratings say it's good.
Is it?
I guess. They changed the main character's voice after the first episode, but it's not bad. Keeps my mind off, well, the stuff you keep bringing up.
Okay, they changed the main character's voice after the first episode thing is kind of funny, because if you've noticed, Rosangela sounds a little bit different in all the other games than she did in the first one.
Well, I'd better get going.
Sure, you know the way.
Okay. At least I'm pretty sure Rosangela's voice actor changed between the first game and Convergence. Convergence was game 3. Okay. So we need to go back to Field's gym. Key card in hand.
There we go. Nobody can say I don't do anything nice. I put it back on the wall.
Okay, so that's that is Peter's dad's name. Okay. So next up, let's go to the address we were given.
Wait, this is Greenwood Cemetery. This tombstone is faded and hard to read.
Yep, he is deceased. So, we need to change the date on the calendar to something related to that. And
I talk with the...
Just to check again, 3/18 I think is what we need. March 18th.
The month is written at the top in dry erase marker. The month is...
Oh wait, we can change it to any month. Alright.
Relax, I'm here.
Let's try June 12th.
Hey, Peter?
Hey, man.
Say, can we reschedule that training session we set up?
Sure, we can do that. Let's go check the calendar outside. Hey, miss, you're dripping water on the floor.
Oh, sorry.
No problem, just be sure to put on sneakers or something if you want to work out. Anyway, let's check the schedule. I can squeeze you in on Friday at noon?
Sure, sounds good.
Great, see you then. Looking good, Lisbeth. You're really improving.
Okay. That's not gonna work.
Looks like they just...
And Joey can't do a damn thing about that, so...
Not... If I need...
I need to make Joey move. There we go.
The month is...
Right. March 18th.
Hey, say, true.
Schedule again.
Seriously, miss, you can't work out wearing them.
Oh.
Just be careful. I don't want... Anyway, let's check the schedule. Huh? Is that the date? Hey, listen, I'm sorry, but there's an appointment I've got to keep. Can we sort this out another day?
Sure, no problem.
Thanks.
Okay. I was right the first time on what we needed to switch the date to. And I second guessed myself. Okay.
Oh, coming. Oh, sure, come on in.
Your father's dead.
So your father is dead?
Yep.
Why didn't you just say that instead of sending me to the cemetery?
The only person to visit Dad was Peter, and he can't do that anymore. I figured Dad could use the company.
Really?
No, not really. I told you, there are things I can't talk about yet.
Peter visited the cemetery.
You said Peter visited the cemetery.
Once a year, on the anniversary of Dad's death. Peter was a damn saint.
Right, that's how we're supposed to know to do that. I just remembered that the date was...
You said Peter...
Once a year, Peter...
Connected
well,
to
sure.
To one of the dates on the tombstone, and I couldn't remember for certain which one.
Excuse me.
Hey, look,
Sorry.
Hey, Peter?
Oh, hey, look, I really want...
Sure.
Okay, right. We're gonna need to come back. After we do something.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah.
Is there anything in the system about a Connor Fielding? He died about 20 years ago.
Let's see. Our records from back then are a bit spotty, but can't hurt to check. No, nothing comes up, but it's a very common name. Is there anything specific you can tell me about him?
He was in the Army.
Oh, then there might be something in the Veterans Association records.
Aren't those public?
Not everything. But fortunately for you, I can access everything. Okay. Archived records. Connor Fielding. Ah, seriously?
What's wrong?
Idiots. They had no idea how to archive data back then. I can only look them up by service number. You don't know it, do you?
I do, actually. It's 070-234-541.
Well, that's handy. Let's see.
Oh,
Okay,
good
here
thing
we
we
go.
knew that.
Connor Fielding. Served in Vietnam from 1966 till 1969. Honorably discharged. Moved with his family to New York a few years later. Huh. That's interesting.
What?
It says here that the police were called to his apartment several times. Reports of raised voices. Possible domestic abuse. No charges were pressed, which is why it wasn't in our police records.
But it's in the military database?
Word gets around. Someone must have noted it in his VA file. Doesn't say much else.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, I better go.
Sure.
I'm going to let this go a little bit longer just because I want to at least get Peter and Heather into the school before I continue. Or before I end the episode.
Coming. Oh, sure, come on in.
Or at least start the process. So, now that we know what we know, I will be ending off here, and next episode we're running a little bit over time on this one.
I learned a bit about your father.
You did?
The police were called several times to his house. No charges were made. It's not hard to read between the lines.
Huh. Well, I suppose you know everything now.
I don't, but I'm trying to.
Why? Why do you care so much? What does my father beating the crap out of my mother have to do with how Peter died?
I can't tell you.
Right. I'm done. I've been trying to forget this crap my whole life, and now I have a chance. I'm not going back to that. I'm sorry. I know you think you have good reasons, but I really need to be alone right now.
Listen.
Please, leave.
Okay.
Okay. I know this looks like we fucked up.
You have such a way with people.
Are you still here?
That was required.
Just leaving. Where are you going?
To visit my precious father. Not that it's any of your business. My neighbors are kind of twitchy. You better get out of here before someone calls the cops.
So, let's go to the cemetery.
Maggie.
Huh?
Huh. I had a feeling you'd follow me here.
I didn't follow you. You got here after I did.
You're not gonna leave me alone, are you?
You know I try and help you whenever I can.
Not until I spill everything.
I've never pressured you to talk to me, Maggie. Although God knows maybe I should have.
Yay, two
I'm sorry, but it's important.
Maybe it's because I'm out of that stuffy apartment. Maybe it's because when I'm here, I know he's really gone.
I know. I miss him too.
Talking about it. The fifth step. My sponsor said I didn't have to do them in order. Many people don't. I guess now is as good a time as any.
I'd like that, Maggie. I really would.
So, talk.
Tell me about your father.
It's not about him. Not really. It's all wrapped up with Peter. It's always Peter.
What are you talking about?
What did Peter do?
What did Peter do?
Nothing. Everything.
Maggie, what are you talking about?
He took over my dad's gym, made it successful. I hated him for it.
Wait, what? Don't you remember how miserable I was? Drifting from job to job, hating all of them. Running Dad's gym was something I was good at. I thought you'd be happy for me.
Right.
Didn't Peter have lots of jobs he hated before he started working at the gym? Couldn't you be happy for him?
Happy? Happy that he took my father's name and made it revered?
I don't see the problem here.
The people in the neighborhood love that gym. They come by and say what a nice old man Connor Fielding was, and what a shame he died, and how nice that his son took up his legacy. Legacy. A legacy of bruises and hiding in the dark.
Bruises? What are you talking about?
Right. Peter
You
was
always believed her when she said she was
unaware of
clumsy.
everything.
It was like some horrible after-school special.
Maggie, you're not saying what I think you're saying.
You never knew, did you, Peter? So wrapped up in yourself. You never saw what he was doing.
Why didn't you ever tell me?
Mom hid it from both of us, and I was too scared to say anything. In the end, it was just easier to say nothing and hate you. And now it's too late. For what it's worth, I don't hate you anymore, Peter. but I need to get on with my life. Goodbye, brother.
Goodbye? What do you mean, goodbye?
Sorry, I should go.
Maggie, wait! Maggie! I never knew! I swear, I never knew.
Of course he never knew.
I just don't understand. Huh?
And now he's aware.
My God.
I'm sorry, Peter.
I remember. The ladder. It broke. Oh, man. I don't feel so good.
Right. We don't have a lot of time. Peter, I need you to grab a hold of this.
What the heck is that thing?
No time. Just grab. Well, that was close.
Did it work?
Let's get back and find out.
This whole story is incredible.
It's all true, Peter. Can't you feel it? Like something is trying to pull you away.
I thought it was just indigestion, but I've never had indigestion in my life. Figures I'd get it when I'm dead.
Right.
Madeline, have you had time to examine them?
I think... yes.
Madeline?
Yes, apologies. I believe I have all the information I need.
Huh? Madeline?
Ugh, I really don't feel so good.
This can't be right. Michael, what's going on?
Madeline!
Apologies, my host.
Madeline, what just happened?
That felt quite pleasant.
Madeline? Madeline?
Hey!
You, Malone, stay back.
She's the one who's been feeding
I've
on
absorbed enough
everyone.
energy to burn that precious body of yours to a cinder.
Why? Why do this?
Have you ever heard of the concept, the journey of the soul?
What?
It is said that every soul has a predestined fate or destiny, and the goal of every soul is to find it. But it is also said that the joy comes from the journey, not the destination.
Oh no.
Have you ever wondered where you would be now without the Grace Group? Without the epiphanies that were pushed into your brains as if by magic? Maybe you would have all found your way, maybe not. But you skipped the journey, went right to the destination. It made your souls happy for certain, but it also made them weak, pliable, controllable by someone like me. And now, if you'll excuse me, I am still very hungry.
No!
Yep. She has been the big bad this whole time.
You. This whole time it was you?
Indirectly. I knew these souls existed, I just needed to collect them. I could not collect my host until last, because my existence here was tied to him. As for Fielding and Goffstein, they were sleeping spirits. They needed to be awakened, something only you could do. So, thank you for that.
Okay, and now we will be leaving off. See you then.